This is Ian Reyes. My project is the Texas Getaway. For this project, I am planning a trip for my family to visit the historic site, the Alamo, and the theme park, SeaWorld in San Antonio. First, let me show you my blog that shares my experience on planning this trip. I originally wanted to plan a 5-day trip. However, a 5-day trip with extra locations will put me over the set budget for this project. As I must stay under $900 for a family of 4, I have to shorten the trip to 3 days and explore options to get good deals. Before we talk about the trip, let's talk about the history. For this project, I compared the Alamo and Pearl Harbor. My conclusion is that both the Alamo and Pearl Harbor are historic sites because they are landmarks with historic value. As many of you know, the Alamo mission was built in the 18th century, and it ended up being the site of the Battle of the Alamo in 1836. Pearl Harbor is a U.S. naval base in Hawaii that was the site of a devastating surprise attack by the Japanese forces on December 7, 1941. Now, the trip. Here's the travel itinerary for my family. It'll be a 3-day trip over the 4th of July weekend. We'll spend the first day at the water park in SeaWorld, and we will be in SeaWorld to enjoy the activities on the 4th of July. Then, we'll visit the Alamo on the 5th. Here is the admission and parking information for the SeaWorld from their website. Based on the prices, I realized that if my parents buy 2 annual Gold Passes, which will come up with free parking as well as 4 free guest tickets during the summer, it will be $82 cheaper than buying individual admission tickets and paying parking. The admission is free at the Alamo. I originally wanted to do the guided tour, but again, I have to stay under budget. So I chose the audio tour devices instead. Here are my Excel spreadsheets for calculations of gas expenses and the total trip expenses with a detailed breakdown. I used Google Maps to determine the driving distance, and I looked up my family minivan's gas mileage to determine the gas cost. The lodging cost is for a decent hotel from Hotel.com. It is near SeaWorld and comes with a free breakfast. With all the best prices I could find, I came up with a total cost of $877.95, which is under the $900 set budget. At the end, I attached the required planning packet for the project that I completed for my initial planning, as well as my list of sources.